Happy New Year, everyone! We made it to 2024. Y'all, that's a blessing within itself because there was a lot of people who did not make it to this year. If you can't think of anything to be grateful about, be grateful for that. Even though I know Earth is like really ghetto. Let's get ready to jump into our first monthly plan with me video for the year. If you are new here, my name is Ty. This is in Thailand. We talk about all things wellness, lifestyle, self-discovery. We're over here getting our lives together. Okay, this is a safe space for those of us on the journey of getting our lives together. If you are also on that journey, go ahead and subscribe and leave a little love in the comments. If you're a returning subscriber, hey girl, you know how we do over here. Let's just go ahead and jump into it. Today, since it is a new year, I do have a little bubbly. It's not alcoholic. And I also got some pretzels. I was gonna eat beans, but I was like, I don't know how to look cute eating beans. So pretzels are gonna do. Of course, I have my journal. The month started on a Friday, which I mean that sets the tone for the whole month. It was giving turn it. It was giving December was a really good month to me. I will say that. Based on my journal entries, I really just was focusing on affirming myself, working with that new moon energy in Sagittarius and just speaking to the universe exactly what I wanted. The highlight for the month was figuring out how I can work for myself. Like that has been heavy on my heart. And I talked about that a lot in these journal entries. Like we need to figure out how we can do this. How can we do this? I look this up, look that up. And then eventually I was just like, you need to just chill because you're not going to find the answer in a stress storm. So just calm down. I was grateful a lot. I have a couple of journal entries of just expressing gratitude. And I also have some journal entries trying to figure out why I kept waking up at like 4 in the morning. It's very strange. I did that for like 2 weeks and I was not stressed. So I don't know what that was about. I wrote down some manifestations for the first quarter moon in Pisces. I'm a Pisces moon, so I was like, this is the perfect moon for me to work with. I did some full moon journaling, which I thought it was so beautiful that I was in Missouri with my family during a full moon in Cancer. I was like, it's giving me a feeling of like, you are aligned. Like, you're exactly where you need to be. Stop stressing. Stop trying to use your mind so much to figure things out. You're exactly where you need to be. That's the feeling it gave me during that full moon. So yeah, that's what December was giving. December was overall a really good month. I'm thankful for being able to close the year out on a good note, you know? I'm really thankful for that. Let's get into these December goals. So I'm gonna do the same setup I did last time because I really liked how that looked and it was just a lot easier for me. Our monthly goals for December was to publish a minimum of 4 high quality videos per week to increase engagement and attract a wider audience. I definitely did that. I did that and then some. Increase my YouTube subscribers by 20% and TikTok followers by 15% through targeted outreach, collaborations, and engagement strategies. So, I don't think I did that. I have 2,772. It's an interesting number. I don't think that's 15%. Let me see. So I only gained like 79. I don't want to say only. Let me not say only. Because that's 79 people who were not following me before and 79 people that didn't see my content before. But I gained 79 followers for December with me posting consistently. That is interesting. Let me see the views. What did we do for views? That is so interesting to me. And it's also very humbling. Social media is humbling. I feel like a lot of people believe like, yeah, I can jump on here and I can do this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. And you probably can, you probably will rock it, but it is also a humbling experience. So for the month of December, let's change these analytics. Okay, so looking at it like this, makes me feel a little bit better because it's all growth. Like, this is all growth right here. So 34.2K, which is amazing. It's a good jump. So I'm getting, it looks like I'm getting the views. I just need to work on grabbing the people. Like, hey, y'all, like, I'm building a community here. I also know on YouTube I did not get 20% of subscribers. I did gain subscribers, but I know for a fact it's not 20%. Now, I said I will create a detailed budget for the move in the summer of 2024, identify necessary funds for relocation, and save 10% of my monthly income towards the relocation fund. And guess what? I did that. Yeah. I actually created a whole presentation. I'm not going to show y'all the entire presentation because the details ain't none of y'all business. But I did create a I did create like a little presentation for my move because I'm so serious. So I did that. I said I would generate 500 in profit by strategically promoting and selling high demand holistic self care products, implementing effective marketing campaigns, and regularly tracking progress to ensure steady growth. I did not do that. I actually only made like a little over half than that. Towards the end of the month, I stopped. Like, I sent out a couple of emails for marketing and just let people know that I was offering free shipping. I also let them know that I was taking a step away from the business for a while because I was away for like a week, which I feel like hurt me. And this is why digital products are so important, so you can still make money and not have to be in one location. But that we'll talk about that later. So yeah, I didn't reach that goal. That's fine. I will put extra money into my savings. I did do that. Shout out to my best friend for letting me know to. She's like, you're being too specific. You don't need to be that specific. Just say that you're going to put money in your savings account so you can put some money in your savings account and feel good that you did it. It doesn't have to be a specific amount. And as much as I love SMART goals, I'm starting to realize that some of us are not designed for SMART goals. And I think I may be one of them based off of human design. And we'll talk about that a little later. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. So for the month of December, 3 out of 5 goals, I feel like that is pretty good. And the one that I didn't get, my increasing my YouTube subscribers and my TikTok subscribers, it just makes me want to work harder. So I think I'm going to keep that for the month of January. But 3 out of 5 isn't bad, you know? And in conjunction of all of this, I was still doing my workout routine, my gym routine. Yeah. So I'm not gonna feel bad about not accomplishing all of these goals. I did what I could with what I had. But let's clear this out because we're on a new month. New month, new year. Since we're starting a new year, I'm gonna clear all of this out. I went through here and I was just like, wow, I was really moving and grooving from the 25th when I started this. So that's really cool. I really like this template because I was able to just reflect on the whole year and how I was managing everything based off of archiving all of the weeks, which was pretty dope. And I realized like towards the end, I started getting more strategic with it instead of just using it for any old thing, throwing any old thing on a to-do list. I really started getting smart and prioritizing what was really important. So I'm going to keep this template, but I am going to delete all of these weeks so we can start fresh. So remember in the last video, I said I wanted to start creating themes for the month. I want to continue to do that. And this theme for the month is going to be making that paper. That paper, hey, that paper, that baby. So how can I say that in a professional way? That is not how you spell January, girl. Oh, man. There we go. I don't know how to say it professionally, so I'm just gonna say what I said because I said what I said. Let's make this money. So for this month's goal, we have the theme. The way I'm going to write these goals are going to be non-specific. If you are into human design, you know that there's specific manifesting and there's non-specific manifesting. If you want to know which one you are, I suggest you look it up, or I can make a video on it. Actually, I think I might make a video on it because it is very much aligned to how a person can level up in their life. If you want that, drop a comment below and let me know, and I will start working on that, getting all the details and tools together for that video. So I'm a non-specific manifester, which means that I don't need to be super specific. Like, for example, if I want a new job, I don't have to sit down and, well, it's not, I won't say I don't have to, but it's not productive for me to sit down and say, I want a new job and it needs to pay 100K a year. It needs to be in this location with these people doing these things. For us non-specific manifestors, we more so just need to focus on the feeling. So if I want financial freedom, what does that feel like? And if I'm gonna get financial freedom through a job, how does that job make me feel? And you're probably like, what does that have to do with money? It has everything to do with accumulation, not just money, but accumulating and leveling up your life, because you want to make sure your nervous system is prepared for the life that you're trying to pull in, or that you are pulling in. If your nervous system is trash, you will not be able to handle the next level of life. You will either self-sabotage, fumble it, or just be a wreck. I personally want to make sure that I am energetically ready for the life that I am about to live. Because I don't have a choice. I'm going to live it. We're doing that 15% again, y'all. So we left off at, what is it, 2,772. 15%. What is that? So 3,184 would be 15%, right? I'm sorry, it's 87. All right, so we're gonna increase TikTok following by 15%, and then we're going to increase YouTube subscribers by 15% again. Let me see what that is. So we ended off at 619. Yeah. So at the end of January, 711. We can do that. I feel like that's possible. I just have to post more videos. I feel like I provide value. I just have to figure out how to keep people's attention. It's just like so hard when it's like I just want to share the information. Why do I have to sit here and do all this extra stuff to keep your attention? But we're gonna work on that. But put money into my savings account and putting money into my movings account is a priority for this month. And then this one is a big one, because this is gonna be the plan to bring in that money. Digital marketing. Have everything set up for my digital products. Digital products coming soon. So now that I have these goals, I'm going to make sure I sit and reflect on what it feels like for these things to already be. As a non-specific manifestor, that is what your focus is. Not trying to hone in, but more so just focusing on what that feels like. So I'm going to use this month to do that. That's what they say. That's what they say, okay? I will say I feel like it is true based off of me manifesting this apartment alone. The emotional work I put in to get this apartment, because it almost slipped through my hands. It almost went with somebody else. The emotional work I put in, the way that I was visualizing myself being in here and how I would utilize the space and what the space would do for me, for it to be this close to not being mine and then me getting it, I feel like it's a great constant reminder of the power of emotions. So I'm going to use the power of emotions for these goals for the month and see how it goes. Yeah. And I am going to continue to use this Notion template. Because it just works really good for me. Like I said, I can have it on all of my devices, and I love that. So we got our first, look at that, that's so awesome. We got our first week. Last thing I want to talk about, I got a new planner. So if you guys are familiar with these monthly plan with me videos, you already know what this planner is used for. Planners is specifically for bills. I do write down my goals and stuff in it, but I'm more so digital with that these days. But I love to use it for my bills because I go through and I basically use color psychology to help me just stay on top of my bills and stuff like that, you know, and I put my meetings and all of those things in there. Once I pay a bill, I go in and I highlight it with green. So my mind is like, yes, we did that. So this is the old one. Ooh, she's done. Yeet! And we are moving on to our new one. This one is a little bit different because it has like the priorities and like, you know, what's important and take some notes. I don't know what I'm going to utilize this take note page for, but I will utilize this priority aspect of it. And then, yeah, your notes on the side. I'm going to go through and write all my bills in and my meetings and all of those things because we go back to work soon and they're already bombarding us with meetings. And yeah. I love the physical planner as well as a digital to-do list. I like doing it this way because, you know, the digital aspect of it is just for me to be able to check mark things as soon as I do it versus having to wait and pull out my paper and everything. But when it comes to my bills, I love the physical aspect of it, of a planner. So I will continue to do that for this year. If you love monthly plan with me videos, make sure you subscribe because I do this every single month and I'm only going to get better at executing. I'm still working out my formula, but that's why you guys should leave me comments so that way I can know what works, what's necessary, and what is not needed. And also, if you like this video, go ahead and thumbs up and make sure you check out my previous videos. Deuces.